We are back with another daily reflection on the Daily Vedantic. Almost 130 years ago, this great sage, Vivekananda, came to the U.S. And he spoke all around the U.S. And in San Francisco, he was asked if he came to convert people to his viewpoint, to his philosophy, to Vedanta. And he said, no. Vedanta is meant to make the Christian, a Muslim, the Jew, a Jew. It is a philosophy that has no shoulds and shouldn'ts. There are no rites and rituals. It is wholly compatible with anyone's religion of choice. But I think that's underselling how powerful it is. Because it can make the person that goes to church with as John Vervaeke, this cognitive scientist, put it, their magazine smiles. A smile that is just a mask for how they're really navigating life. But go from someone walking around a local parish with their magazine smile to someone truly contemplating, reflecting on the words of a lighthouse like Christ. Many of the daily reflections are on what Vedanta is about or what it is. This is on what it isn't. There is no religion. There is no author of these books that you're called to follow. There is no dogma where if you accept part of it, you need to accept all of it. And there is nothing about this philosophy that benefits you or anyone to convert anyone to it. There is no concept of converting someone to a philosophical belief. It is more like waking them up to the pitfalls of walking into traffic. This philosophy is like a manual for living in that you can choose to not read the manual and just trial and error how your car or your washing machine works, never knowing the true power or the potential that that machine or that car or you yourself have. You can absolutely go through life without reading the manual. But when you do read the manual, you realize that phone in your hand, as my teacher Joseph will often put it, it can't just make phone calls, it also can tap into the World Wide Web. You can make video calls, send voice notes, all of these things that if you just think it's a phone, if you never know its capacity, you never know what it's capable of. It's the same for us. Without that manual, you can trial and error, figure it out yourself on your own, and try to piecemeal your capacity together all on your own, or you can breeze through the manual. Learn that capability today, right now. And that's what this philosophy tells us. It does not replace anything in your life, much like learning the downside of walking into traffic replaces anything in your life. You just end up not walking into traffic once you know just how deadly it can be. This philosophy doesn't need to replace anything in your life. If anything, it amplifies what you're already naturally wired for, whether that's as significant as a religion or seemingly insignificant as how you treat your spouse. This philosophy amplifies what you're already searching for. It helps you get it more efficiently than perhaps any philosophy out there. It is that manual for life that is missing in all of our lives. But there is no emphasis on converting you of anything that I've said, converting anyone. 1 in 10,000 might pick this up. So different than a Western philosophical view, religious view where everyone needs to believe in this. Everyone needs to say these words in this order. It's nothing like that. It is simply and powerfully just a manual for what you're already doing, pursuing, and searching for. To amplify it, not replace it. That's today's daily reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening to the Daily Vedantic. This reflection is part of a free repeating 2-year course in Advaita Vedanta. Rooted in the timeless wisdom of the Upanishads, arguably the oldest philosophical texts on earth, you can begin with episode 1, which gives the 15-minute overview of the whole philosophy of Vedanta, or you can join the journey with any episode at any point. But the critical aspect of this course, of understanding and mastering anything, is to study and reflect, even for 10 to 15 minutes on the timeless each day, preferably at the start of your day. As is said in this philosophy, reflection is 100,000 times as powerful as listening. So listen, journal, sit with, discuss these concepts, or ask questions at thedailyvedantic.com with our AI-powered chatbot informed by about 700 episodes here, as regularly as one can if you want to see clarity and peace almost effortlessly unfold in your daily life. And if it doesn't result in a near immediate increase in clarity and peace, then toss aside and feel free to never listen again. One of the things that you might notice is after 7 or 8 days in a row, this doesn't feel like a discipline. This feels like a visit with a best friend to dive into the timeless with daily reflection. Within a few days, it becomes one of your favorite parts of the day. You can also find out more, including news about in-person events in Los Angeles and beyond, at the Daily Vedantic on Instagram or through our weekly newsletter at thedailyvedantic.com. Additionally, check out the links in our show notes for more resources like the books that are mentioned most frequently in the episodes, including Vedanta Treatise, perhaps the simplest and most straightforward read on this philosophy I've ever come across. Until next time, and from the entire team that works on the Daily Vedantic project, thanks for listening.